Now, European Union foreign ministers are calling for the resumption of talks between Israel and the Palestinians, while urging them to make Jerusalem the shared capital of two nations.
Israel had strongly objected to an earlier Swedish draft resolution which stated that East Jerusalem should be the capital of a Palestinian state. Ministers have now dropped that reference. In a moment, a report from our Jerusalem correspondent, but first, from Brussels, here's Tim Friend.
In its quiet diplomatic language, this is the most assertive statement for many years by the European Union on the Middle East peace process. Despite accusations that it had been watered down after Israeli and US pressure, the Palestinians have given the document a cautious welcome. Israel earlier claimed that it would hinder peace, but the Swedish foreign minister who's led this initiative brushed aside personal criticism from Tel Aviv.
We stand ready to make significant contributions. We have discussed that, and some of that you will find in the text. But I also think that the somewhat unplanned political dialogue and discussion concerning these conclusions in the last, say, 10 days have demonstrated very, very clearly that the voice of Europe does count.
However, the original draft was more insistent that East Jerusalem should be the capital of a future Palestinian state. The final document simply urged the parties to resume negotiations. The statement also says that Europe will not recognise any changes to the pre-1967 war borders. It wants a viable Palestinian state. It says the separation barrier is illegal, along with evictions and the demolition of Palestinian homes. It wants all settlement building to stop.
For me, it's about recognition that we want the negotiations to get going, that we want to back up those who are negotiating with the resources and support that, as I've said before, is why this role was created, to bring that together, so that we have the combination, if you like, of the political and the economic working collaboratively to try and support the solutions that are found.
With Catherine Ashton's appointment to the newly created post of High Representative for Foreign Affairs, observers sense that the European Union could now become more of a key player in the Middle East peace process.
But what is important to look at in this case is whether, in fact, the Swedish initiative will be treated as an indication of a wider change within Europe, as I believe there is a lot of demand for peace. The populations of Europe are tired of war, and they want to say to the Palestinians, it's about time we recognize your rights.
European leaders will now have to live up to their words. Tim Friend, Al Jazeera, Brussels.